So hey everyone, welcome back to our Star Wars discussions, and finally Bad Batch has come out, Season 1. And today we're going to be going over the recap of it, be discussing some theories and our thoughts about the episodes. And yeah, obviously spoilers for... oh shit. We'll be discussing what could happen, so if that's not your style, then maybe you don't want to watch. So for the episode recap, we start on a planet. And the Bad Batch comes in to help out Deepa Billaba. She is the master of Kanan Jarrus that we've seen in Rebels. So Order 66 happens, Kanan manages to escape, and Crosshair, the sniper guy of the Bad Batch crew, he's the only Bad Batch guy to follow Order 66. All the other clones are like, what's this? And they don't really go with that. So then the Bad Batch returns to Kamino, and they see the Emperor's message of making the Empire from the Republic, the whole Fenris applause thing. And then they also meet Omega. That's the female clone girl we saw in the trailers. And it turns out that she's another altered clone like the Bad Batch. And then Tarkin comes to Kamino to reinstate the Empire's power, basically. And he inspects the clones to see if they're still a good fighting force for the Empire. And after assessing the Bad Batch, he sends them on a mission to eliminate some rebels. But it turns out the rebels are actually Saw Gerrera's crew, and they don't really like the Empire all that much, so we see the infancy of the rebellion there, basically. So during this whole time, Crosshair is also kind of fighting with Hunter about following Order 66, and there's some tension building up. So then after the Bad Batch meets Saw Gerrera, they return to Kamino, where they get arrested along with Omega. And then Crosshair is taken by the Empire, and he has his chip enhanced, so he's basically a stormtrooper at this point. So there's a pretty, there's a cool fight as the Bad Batch is able to get on a ship with Omega, and they escape from Kamino. So with the recap over, we have Star Wars fan and familyb joining me today to talk about the episode, and Steve Harvey's Pop is here with us in spirit because he's having some Wi-Fi issues, so we'll be sure to mention a few of his things that he told us. Gonna say hi?
Oh, hey guys.
Hey guys. I was saying at the same time.
Alright, so what do you guys want to talk about first? We got this was a big episode too, 70 minutes, so this could be a lot to get into.
Right. Maybe just like start on our thoughts on the episode overall.
Yeah, why not?
Alright. Okay, let me just get out of this way. Let me get this out of the way first. The character of Omega, I did not like.
No?
Right. I thought she was very sort of too, optimistic. She kind of introduced herself like the same way, like the first 2 or 3 times like they shown her. She's like, "Hey, I'm Omega, remember me?" I thought that she would like continue to keep doing that, but like after the second or third time, she stopped doing that. But like okay, like I get it that she's like a kid or whatever, but still, it's just like it was just like too kind of just like annoying, optimistic character that like also like the Bad Batch just like has this like connection to like just immediately.
We have taken objective butter.
Like the thing is like apparently like I don't think the Bad Batch even knew that she existed even before like
No, they
before.
didn't.
Yeah. But like
I think she
knew
could have
of
been
them.
handled a lot worse though. Like, as
I guess
annoying
that's-
as she might
Yeah, I
have
think,
been, she
I think Star Wars is a little pessimistic here. I mean, compared to Ahsoka and Ezra, I don't think Omega's nearly as bad. She isn't as arrogant. She's kind of spunky, too. There was a little fight scene where the regular clones were, kind of being hostile for the Bad Batch for being, like, different and altered, and she threw a tray at a few of them. So, I like that moment.
I don't know. I didn't really care for that.
Alright then.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't like Omega. Although we were discussing before we started recording that I think she is better than Trace in the freaking what do they call them? The
Martez
Martinez
sisters.
sisters.
Yeah.
Martez sisters, yeah.
Yeah, Trace wasn't.
Trace was just annoying.
Yeah.
More annoying than more annoying than Omega. But all right, that's why my first initial thoughts.
So with Omega, she is altered, and I think her thing is that she has the Force, because there was a moment where she was, had an unsure feeling about Tarkin, as she was trying to warn the Bad Batch, and then also she had a blaster shot that, it was her first time firing it, but she was able to shoot a blaster out of Crosshair's hands, so I think that kind of confirms that she has the Force, but doesn't know it. I don't know. How do you guys feel?
I don't know. The things I literally just purely view her as just a female clone of Django.
We have taken objective Charlie.
That's literally just all I view her as. I didn't get the impression that she was a representative of the Force. Besides, I mean, like, again, she's a clone. Like, I don't see like clones being Force sensitive or whatever.
Well, the Kaminoan lady, Lama Su, I think, she did say that there was 5 of these Bad Batch enhanced clones.
Right.
And Omega's the 5th one, because Echo came in later into the picture. He just has some
Right, yeah.
cybernetics. So,
We have lost objective
Omega's
Charlie.
got something. We're going to see it be developed more, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm on board with the Force theory. Like, she also, like, towards the end of the episode when Crosshair's, like, about to enter the hangar and kind of had the little showdown, she knows that he's coming, like, before the door
Yeah,
opens.
she did say something like that. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then I also have seen another theory that she's kind of like the taskmaster of Star Wars. Like, she kind of imitates other people's actions and abilities and uses them to her advantage.
Oh.
So I think that would be pretty cool too.
Yeah, she's going to have something, that's for sure. Any other thoughts on Omega? Yeah, honestly, I thought the little droid that was following her around was more annoying. But
Is that the
I
same
don't know,
droid
like-
that helped Fives out in the
I don't know.
inhibitor ship arc?
It would make
I think
sense.
it might have, but
Yeah.
it was a very long number. I don't remember
Yeah.
what numbers they have.
BZ
Yeah.
something something.
I don't know, but the thing for me is like we barely saw that droid, so like the droid didn't annoy me. Because like, we just
Alright.
barely saw it.
In your own little fantasy land. Alright.
I mean, okay, I guess.
Alright, what's our next topic? That was kind of big.
The clones after Order 66.
Yeah, we could talk about that. The clones are kind of dicks, I'll put it bluntly. All the camaraderie you felt in the Clone Wars series seems to have been shed away. So, like, maybe they haven't felt the impact of Order 66 yet.
We are losing objective apples.
Because they still seem to support the Emperor now, and... Yeah, they're really hostile to the Bad Batch, which... I don't think I would have expected from normal clones.
We have lost objective apples.
Right, and talking about like it's just a change in mood, right? And when Rex, when Rex gets his inhibitor chip out, you can kind of see him like finally react to what has happened, and you can see he's very emotional about it. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure
true.
the
That's
inhibitor
true.
chip kind of just suppresses their emotions, so they can't react to something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just makes them follow the order.
But I think Rex... Wasn't he, like, programmed to be more individual, or... Was that, like, something else?
I think you're thinking of the Republic Commandos, maybe?
Yeah, or the Arcs. Yeah, so... It's interesting how Rex didn't... He resisted it a little bit more.
We are losing objective butter.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they also get very stuck up. Just all
Yeah.
all the clones, like walking through the halls, they all have their helmets on.
That's true.
They don't say a word to each other. And one of the details I noticed is that so they all walk through the hallways with their helmets on and stuff. The only Bad Batch member that does that is Crosshair.
Oh,
So-
I didn't. Yeah, that makes sense though.
We are losing
Mhm.
objective butter.
Because he's kind of affected by the chip as well. So I thought that was kind of a cool detail.
Now, I didn't get why Crosshair was the only one really affected by it. Like, they didn't give an explanation. Have you guys
I
heard
think
any
they're
theories?
just gonna chalk it up to like all,
Maybe personality?
The modifications were all affected them all differently. So
Yeah, I think
Crosshair
that's
was
what.
just-
Mentioned.
yeah.
Right. I guess that would make sense. Yeah, cause... Yeah, I bet they'll explain it a little more, because it's a little vague at the current moment, but... What else? Not that. I do think, for some animation points, I don't know, they keep seeming to making the Clone Wars animation style look better and better. Like, it just seemed to even be better than Season 7 in some places. And also they recreated some scenes from Revenge of the Sith. It's like a little cutscene, so I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of want to see a whole movie like that, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And they also used the model for General Grievous again. Remember,
Yeah, they did,
in the
yeah.
intro to Season 7, we thought that we were like wondering why Grievous got remodeled. And we
I
were
like how he
is he
looked,
gonna show up
though.
again? Yeah, he looked very.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a new model. Yeah, it was like in Season 7 it was literally just like him standing on the bridge, but then in the intro for Clone Wars it was like when he's in the escape pod.
Yeah, did the
Like,
button
just-
press.
Yeah. Time to abandon ship.
Hey, I'll take it. Before we go any further, Steve always Papa said he liked the episode and he was entertained throughout, so yeah, that was his take on it. At least his brief thoughts. Yeah. And I kind of agree with him too. I enjoyed this episode a little more than I thought I would. I think the Bad Batch are better characters in this one episode than their whole Season 7 arc. I don't know, I was like, they seemed kind of different almost, more interesting.
Yeah, they weren't overshadowed by Rex and Echoes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thought too.
Yeah,
Those are
it
two
was
big
their kind of
characters there. Yeah, that's fair to say.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the episode's length, but I guess like also like one of my other thoughts on just like the whole Bad Batch series as a whole is that it definitely just feels like a continuation of the Clone Wars, right? Even in the intro, you had like the Clone Wars logo, and I was like, wait, what? What am I watching? Right? And then it burns away, and then it's the Bad Batch. But the thing is, like, I'm still kind of conflicted. I still feel like the Bad Batch just like stories, like, does it really need to be told? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how. The thing is, like, okay, so like you have like obviously the same animation style, the same voice actors, the same characters,
We have taken objective.
the same sort of universe. It's just like picking up where, essentially where like Season 7 like left off, right? And
I
Revenge of
mean,
the Sith.
yeah, that is true.
It literally just feels like Season 8, and I don't know why it can't just be called like that.
We have taken the second.
But obviously, I guess it's gonna focus more on the Bad Batch. But
And it's not the
but
Clone
then again,
Wars
it's-
anymore, too.
I mean,
That's
I
true.
guess.
Age
Clone
of the
War did
Empire.
end, So
Yeah. I mean, it's a smart move by them. Everyone loves the Clone Wars animation style. It's gotten better and better. I think Season 7 was well received, so It makes sense because they don't have to reuse as many assets. They have this technique down to do everything, so instead of like making a whole new animation style.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I like the Clone Wars.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, I don't know, like, why can't it just be called Clone Wars Season 8?
Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
It just feels like it.
The Clone Wars is more anthology based, you know, a lot of different characters. It's like you said, it's more focused.
Yeah, but I don't know how else to sort of explain it.
No, I kind of get you. I mean, they're pretty similar shows.
You know, the question, does the story need to be told, is also kind of making me wonder if this is gonna tie into something bigger. If it's gonna stay in its little own world like The Mandalorian, or if it's gonna branch out more as the season goes on.
Right.
We've already seen a lot of connections, so they could dial it back a little bit, or just, you know, embrace it.
Yeah,
Which
we've
I'm
had
fine
the Kanan connection. We're also going to see Fennec Shan, the bounty hunter lady from Mandalorian, so...
Oh, that's right, completely forgot
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, that'll be another thing
And,
they're adding in.
Yeah, we're also gonna see Rex.
Are
Pretty
we?
sure in the next episode.
Is that just a rumor?
No,
No, he's in the trailer. Yeah.
Was he? Oh, okay, never mind. Guess I forgot.
So
Yeah, it's in
Rex
the
could be in it, and also the Zygerian slavers.
Yeah, the cat people. Sure. Damn, that's a lot of guys.
Oh, maybe I have to watch some of the trailers again.
Yeah, me too.
20 of our soldiers.
90%
I'm
of the
pretty
footage
sure-
was from this episode, though. Like a
Yeah,
lot
most of
it
the trailer, yeah. Yeah, so I feel like they're keeping like a lot of things on the wraps, but I'm pretty sure I'll change my opinion on the Bad Batch series as a whole as it continues.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just like with this like first introduction, or whatever. I mean, I like the length, and I think the length definitely made me like it a bit more, rather than just like one 20-minute episode that I have to wait, you know, another week for.
Right. And also Friday's episode is like 30 minutes, so even then
That's a good
it's
chunk.
still long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's a lawnmower. Come on, it's 8 o'clock. 8:30. Oh well. Yeah, I thought it had good pacing too for a long episode. Seemed to flow nicely, didn't slow down too much.
Return to the combat area.
I think they did that
Yeah,
well.
and the story kind of flowed too. It wasn't like there wasn't like a period where they were just not doing anything. Like there's always stuff happening, keeping you interested.
Yeah, so another interesting thing was the Kaminoans, kind of like we said earlier, they seem to have some double agendas, so they want to keep making clones for the money, but they're also kind of helping the Empire. So we saw one Kaminoan keeping this door open that allowed the Bad Batch to escape. But then they also reprogrammed Crosshair to make him a stormtrooper, basically. So I'm kind of interested to see what they're gonna do, who they're gonna fight for, you know.
That is true,
Right,
and
yeah.
I also think part of it was she wanted to save Omega, because that was like basically
For charge.
her. I don't know. Basically, the closest thing she's had to a child. So
I'm not sure Kaminoans care about those, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, like, to them, the clones are just assets that can be just disposed of. I mean, I get that. Yeah,
Sold.
she's like one of a kind, but yeah, and then like also, if you're familiar with the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, the campaign for that, right? You play as a member of the 501st Garrison. There's a mission where you have to go back to Camino, right, to put down an uprising because the Caminos are starting to produce their own sort of clones. So really, it's kind of this like Stormtrooper 501st clone versus, you know, these new batch of clones. So that's I mean, it's an interesting dynamic, but it's interesting that I'm curious to see like where they kind of go with this, because yeah, the Kaminoans are definitely feeling threatened by the Empire.
Yeah, they might be out of their contract. They like their money too.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what else? We got through all the notes we wrote down. Any other things?
We kind of mentioned Caleb Doom or Kanan.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
So yeah, I thought this was a nice tie into Rebels. Like the introduction kind of showed why he doesn't trust clones as much
Mm-hmm.
in Rebels. So I thought it was a nice inclusion. I actually didn't even realize it was Kanan until after I saw it. I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
wait a second.
I actually didn't realize it was Kanan until you said it.
Yeah.
They had the same guy, Freddie Prinze Jr. He did the same voice, so...
Yeah, rewatching it, he sounds a lot
older.
He sounds very similar. It's a very
And,
deep
like,
voice for a kid, but that's alright.
He's like 12 or something, so yeah.
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 Yeah, and like... Oh, what?
Oh, so, I mean, I was gonna talk about like where the show is gonna go from here.
Oh, yeah, you feared that
I was
thing.
kind of I was kind of discussing about this earlier, right? So, right, spoiler alert.
I already said that.
Crosshair gets. Oh yeah, shit, my bad. So, yeah, so Crosshair, right, is right working for the Imperials now. Where the show is going to go from here, I think it could either go in like one of sort of two directions, right? Either like one by one, the Bad Batch, each like Bad Batch member gets captured and they get their inhibitor chip enhanced or whatever, and they turn over to the side of the Imperials, right? And therefore we kind of get the sort of, I guess, like foundations or whatever of Scar Squadron. Scar Squadron has only ever been mentioned in like a few Marvel comics. Right, they're also called Task Force 99, so I feel like there's definitely a very strong connection between the two.
We have lost objective.
Or
He's dead.
the other sort of direction I see this going in is like the rest of the episodes focus on trying to get like Crosshair back, and Crosshair gets his inhibitor chip removed, and now he's back, you know, fighting for the rebels and on Bad Batch's side.
I mean, it's Star Wars. I see that as the more likely of the two, but
Yeah.
who's to say which one's better?
Well, obviously all the Bad Batch members being turned into the Empire, because I love the Empire, long live the Empire.
Alright.
Getting a little too political there.
It's not.
So this is how Liberty
think
dies, with thunderous applause.
Dude, the thing is, okay, why did everybody freaking go with it? Okay, if she's like, okay, why did everybody go along with this? The thing is, the Empire literally could have been stopped right there. Okay, but the thing is, everybody did go along.
What are they gonna do? Okay, we're going on a tangent. Let's try to keep it
Right,
relevant.
okay.
Okay, well, I think I have all my thoughts for it. This episode, Aftermath is the title of the episode. You guys have any last conclusions? Betcha.
I think I'm good.
Thank you.
Alright, so for all good, yeah, thank you for watching, and we got another episode on Friday coming out. And then subsequent episodes will be released on Fridays, so we got a 2-for-1 special this week. Hopefully familyb or starwarsfan can be with us next time. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah.
See ya.